So yesterday I got the call, I call it the Chip and Joanna call, you know when you watch Fixer Upper and they're like, you need to call the homeowner because there's a problem. I was on my way back from the gym and Zeb says,
I have to run down to the farmhouse and talk to the contractor. They ran into a problem and they want to run the solution by me. And it wasn't even anything they wanted to talk to me on the phone, like they needed to show me.
And I was like, what could there be? They're just putting in footings.
We had structural upgrades, which is what we're doing today. And we've got to get those all tied in so that we can start putting shiplap on walls and running electrical.
So follow us as we get this structural stuff done.
Seems like it's taking forever.
Yes.
There we go, we're winning.
Maybe.
No, there's a nail over here that's...
Oh, I was like, I cut it where you marked it.
There's a little nail over here that's kind of... There we go.
Okay.
Now it just slipped perfect in there. Okay.
Where are you putting it? Aren't you putting it over there?
I'm putting it right here.
Oh. At 35?
Although these aren't 16 inches on center, so what we'll do, because these are 16 inches on center, is we'll match these and do up supports every so often. So these ones here are 16 inches on center, so I'll just go right above them.
Okay.
Okay, so I need one 34 and 5/8.
Chew this lane?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get more boards.
Guess what? I don't know if the architect messed up or the original measurements were off, but our house line on the addition runs smack dab through that window right in the middle. The window we just replaced that we spent all this money on to get like a replica wood window. And Zeb's like, well, we could just put a window half as big or we could lose 45 square feet in the family room.
It was an either or situation and neither one is good, but it is what it is. We're not gonna redo all the footings and redig more because we can't go farther on the setback of the property than we already are. We're already up against that line, so we're just gonna have to live with it. All right, so the wall's going in. You'll notice that I've got a board, 3 boards, a board, 3 boards, a board, and what I'm doing is I've got to support the rafters that are up above here, but this is my 16-inch on center for the wall, so that when I go to put shiplap on here or hang something on here, I know that I've got a stud every 16 inches on the wall. I'm cutting these about a 1/16 of an inch long. That way when I wedge them up in, they're really nice and tight so that they're actually supporting the weight of the rafter. Let's climb up on the ladder and we'll take a look and see what the back side of this looks like. So you see all the mess that someone who took all the shakes off. It used to have a shake roof. They just left all that up here. This is the front porch. And I installed that big LVL beam so that we can take the sag out of the porch. And this is what the back side of that wall looks like. I've got to put some supports from here to here every 4 feet. So we're gonna do that next. This is my view on the ladder all day. It's what the top of the ceiling will look like, hopefully, once we're all said and done. But just imagine it painted white. So these supports that I'm putting in here are hopefully going to take any additional load and sag that might occur off the front of this roof. Because these rafters are only 2x4 rafters and they're pretty long, so supporting them here, right here, and then off where I put that new LVL beam should help quite a bit.
Well, the other thing is too, then we have to wait for the structural engineer and the architect, and I was like, nope. And we have a big family, so having a large family room is important. Our couch is 15 feet long by 10 foot deep on each side. It's a giant U, but family time is super important, and I didn't want to cut down on that. So I'm gonna have one thing that I really wanted, which is a bigger window in the kitchen. We're gonna have to pull that window out, risk cutting into the adobe. We're gonna reuse the window in the basement for Harrington's exit window because the one down there is too small, and Zeb's gonna learn how to not break all the adobe down.
We will see. We'll see how that goes. That's down the road though. We're gonna leave it as is for a good long while. So this crazy angle here meets up. This is a 24-degree angle on the slope here, and then this is a 45. And that way I can butt it up against that other rafter and sister it next to it and get a little more strength when I'm putting my 2x4 wall in.
So I'm cutting this at a 24-degree angle so that way it can fit underneath the rafter, and then we'll be able to attach shiplap to it. Do we need to do one more, or is that?
I'm gonna do 2 more right here.
So is that for structure or is it for shiplap?
So this, I mean, it'll support this one rafter right here, but for the most part, it's gonna be just so we can nail some shiplap to the front of this.
And I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, having it closed in here because we've had it open for so long. I thought, well, maybe I'd leave it open and put like, I don't know, a shelf, but I'm gonna love having like a giant 12-foot wall of shiplap.
Yeah, it might even be closer to 13 feet. You could put a huge, real Christmas tree right in the center of the room.
Probably not in the center of the room and make it hard to get through the front door.
We won't even be using the front door. We'll be using the mudroom door.
All right, get to nailing.
All right. All right, hang on. Okay, so I need one 15 1/4. Okay, we're almost ready for OSB, but before that happens, I gotta have them come inspect this part of it, and then we'll be able to do electrical.
OSB is like this chipboard looking stuff, in case you don't know what that means.
Sorry.
If you like this video, make sure you hit that notifications button below so you don't miss any videos. Hit up JamiRayVintage.com for your paint and DIY projects. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY. If we could just get rid of that mountain of dirt out front, we'd be good to go.
Hit the subscribe button.